So every year, my family and I make a trip up to Lake Placid, New York, the site of the Winter Olympics twice. I forget the years, one time in the 30s, and of course, 1980, Miracle on Ice. Now, you all know that I love metal detecting, but what you might not know is that I love gold mining. My love for gold mining comes really from two things. One, definitely the show Gold Rush. I was hooked on that show. I barely ever watch television. I'm a YouTuber, but oh my goodness, Gold Rush? I think I've watched every season. It is, love that show. The second thing, once while in Lake Placid, I found a really interesting rock right along the river. So the gold mining journey started with this rock right here that I carried up a cliff. It's got a little bit of the pyrite left to it, and I thought it was gold when I found it. So I carried this, good God, heavy boulder up a cliff. Now, New York is not really known as a gold-producing state, but I question how much it has been searched for in New York, because there was a really, really silly law that was written years and years ago that any gold found in New York State has to be returned to New York State. So, what is the incentive of pulling New York gold from the soil? And being that I'm a reformed jaywalker, I used to live the lifestyle where I would cross the street in the middle of the street. But I'm reformed, and I'm straight and narrow now. If I do find gold, I'm going to give it to New York, of course.
Today we have to go down to the river.
Yeah.
Are you going to join me in the river?
Maybe.
I'm crossing my fingers. First treasure. Somebody left this in the room. There's nothing in it, but it's like bling. What do you think?
So weird. Oh my gosh. I kind of feel bad for the last customer that was here, or the customer before that left that. But hey, it still counts for a first treasure, not in the river.
Oh, and I'm not the only rapper in the family.
I have my own suitcase and I have my own bag and I put my own stuff in it, and that's why I brag.
Yeah. She's a rapper.
Hi.
So this is a beautiful thing. As your kids get older, they need you less and they help you more. So I have a gold mining crew. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, so it is challenge time. Daniel and I are going gold mining.
Yeah.
Gabby has been challenged to get one coin by herself. Hopefully mommy helps. Hopefully. But challenge is Gabby gets one coin by herself and does
then
not...
I get $50.
Then she gets $50 according to her.
Oh, $1.
Or $1 according to her.
Oh,
So-
bucks, $1.
The challenge is going to be setting up the sluice. I mean, I like that the water levels are low. So it gives us a little bit of a chance. All right, so first step is setting up our mini sluice here and not having it go over the mini rapids over here. I have to say, I'm a little proud of myself. Look at that nice flow that we have going here. Then again, if you've heard me rap, you know I got a nice flow.
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
Good one.
All right, so we even have a rock to weigh this down a little bit. Got that nice flow, so let's start classifying. All right, so professional gold miners, feel free to correct me in this video. I'm thinking this rock makes a nice blockage. I'm trying to take the material right from the edge of this rock in the water, and I'm scooping it and I'm putting it in the bucket here.
There you go.
And you got water in there?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna take this. Hold the shovel, please. Thank you.
I tried to get as much.
No, that's okay. And we're gonna scoop this, dump this. Let me do that. And wash.
So that green thing on top of the orange bucket is called a classifier. Think of it like a screen, like a window screen that is in that circle right there, and it allows you to capture material that is the same size. This is important because gold is very heavy, and essentially what we're trying to do is get the heavier objects, and we're going to let the sluice carry the lighter objects away. The flow of the water will push it, and if it's light, it's going to go over what's called riffles in the sluice. So we classify the material first because we know there's not a lot of gold in New York, and we want to make sure that we get the heaviest of the heavies.
And we could probably use some more. And get all the smaller material down. You watching, buddy? 'Cause you're up next. All right, so we got this. And I'm still seeing some small material here. Okay, so the bucket's full of water. Let me just wash this around. All right, so we got all of the smaller stuff out. So I'm gonna dump this on this side, and we're gonna fill again. Right into the green. Good job, gold miner. Right into the green. There you go, good job. Take another scoop right from there.
Free help is awesome!
So I'm gonna call this a great find. Look at this. We found a rock with garnet built into it, or mineralized into it. And there's a saying, where there's garnet, there's gold. I know there's not a lot here, but it's fun. We're here to have fun. Before I toss this, let me check for gold nuggets. Who am I kidding? Ooh, my daughter has the eye of a mudlark. Look at that. What a beautiful piece of blue glass. Can I keep that in my pocket? Okay, good job. Look at this guy working hard. Love it.
Hi.
Love it.
Hi, YouTube.
Daniel the gold miner. The thing that has me really excited is how hard packed this dirt is. This is not the loose gravel, but you got big rocks in here. Let's put the GoPro underwater. Really good stuff. Now it's gonna be your turn, okay? We're gonna need your help big time. Oh, let me wash off the lens, sorry. So, it is your turn, it's game time. What I'm gonna do, we've been shoveling this for about half an hour now. I'm going to dump out the water.
Yeah.
And now we have to run this through the sluice.
Yeah.
This is the fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, YouTube.
All right, so we got a good amount of, dare I say, pay dirt in here. Let me move this over, and we are going to put it through the sluice now. So Gabby, you got to bring your shovel. All right, now what you have to do is, see that trowel you have? You have to take it, you have to scoop it in here, and then you have to put it right here. Let me show you exactly what I mean. We're going to take a scoop. We're gonna try not to lose anything, and then see it go. What's gonna happen is gravity is gonna take care of the rest. Or so we hope. Okay?
Don't worry, guys. I'll hold you.
So listen, I wouldn't do it standing. I would walk around here first. Let me move this. All right, Gabby, your turn. So why don't you take the next bucket, and we're going to do 2 buckets today.
Okie dokie.
So you get to work on that.
And then we go home.
Then we go home. We're going to Lake Placid, yo.
Mom.
Home is Lake Placid.
Home is Lake Placid. Yeah, then we're going to go to the hotel. But we got to work you hard first, okay? You're going to sleep well tonight.
Because hotel time.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Scoop, scoop, scoop. You're a gold miner, Gab. Did you know that?
Yeah. Big stick of black.
Yep, and you see it going away? You seeing it washing through the sluice?
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is the heavier stuff gets caught up and the lighter stuff is going to wash down.
Ugh.
Whoa, you be careful. You can't fall. Not allowed to.
Daniel is gonna have to wait for that.
Do you want to give Daniel a chance to do this?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I heard that.
All right, keep going. Be very careful. Okay, I'm proud of my guys. Daniel was just saying that he needs water, and he is absolutely correct. You can't classify this without water. Huh?
Then let Daniel come over here.
Oh, yeah, but I was going to show him a trick, what we can do. We might lose a little bit in this scoop, that's okay. But I'm going to fill this up as much as I could.
Oh, I get it.
Yep. And we only brought 2 buckets, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right, and it'll splash up a little bit and pull it down. Good, good, good. Come on, work harder, let's go.
I want to go home to work harder. And Daddy.
Hey, I'm not gonna give up.
That a boy. Gabby is doing a great job running the sluice.
Hey, Dad,
Yes, sir.
this is my goal, to get 1 gram of gold.
That would be fantastic.
Just 1 gram.
My goal is to not be the only flake
But Daddy,
here.
why did you want to put a rock on top?
So that that's a good question. Gabby just asked why put a rock on top. It's so that the water doesn't push it too hard and it goes and floats down the stream. That's a
Why
good
can't
question.
we head all the way over there?
Well, we will. Lake Placid is actually in that direction. Keep scooping. We got a lot to go. All right, here's the sluice cam. Oh, look at it go. That's good flow right there.
How's the progress going?
Good.
Just look at it go.
Look at that.
Nice.
And go, go, go. Go.
Good.
It's nice without going this walking.
It's nice without bro and sis barking? Yeah,
Yeah, I missed them actually.
I missed them too.
But hey, they're wreckful dogs.
Nice and gentle with that.
There's a lot of Mexican here. So couldn't you just give more?
We could. So what do you know about black sand? So how did you know about black sand?
Black sand is sticky. And I knew it because Daniel or you told me.
Oh.
Nope, I told her.
Uh-huh.
It's nothing there.
It is magnetic sand, and usually it's heavy also. In a gold-bearing region, which we are not in right now, you would see gold around that, so it's a sign.
What kind?
It's a sign that we're on the right track. You know Blue's Clues? Remember Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
It's like we got a good clue. Black sand is a Blue's Clue. So I gave the 6-year-old a break. She was doing a fantastic job. We're almost to the bottom of this bucket. So, yeah, that's some progress, and he's working on the other bucket over there. They're like a well-oiled machine. Dad is proud. Look at that black sand building up in there. That's looking really good. Good, it's looking really good. So here is where you would see the heavies kind of build up. I mean, I've been told that in this section, gold won't even reach this part of it. So, don't really see too much gold, but I think that everything is set up right. I see one little sparkly there, so I'm hopeful. Yes. Oh, you're back?
Yeah.
Got a girl.
Alright, Dad, you ready for a load of black sand?
All right, buddy.
Then why after this we don't go melting? We just go home. Like in
Because we gotta go metal detecting. Remember, you had a challenge to find a quarter on your own?
Yes.
Or a coin. Doesn't even have to be a quarter. This is good for you, my love. Why is the letter before Z? Huh?
Yeah, look at all the garnet.
You can... My 10-year-old can identify garnet. How cool is that?
I mean, look, I'm sitting on tiles of like all these dots.
Yeah.
Or garnet. Yeah, you can find a boulder.
He is absolutely correct.
Alright, we found a boulder of garnet. Like, right here. If you can see it correctly. Okay, so let's see. How's progress going? Okay.
I'm proud dad right now.
Alright. Well, I guess so. Now, back to gold mining.
Yeah, so this is one of those moments where your kids kind of blow you away and surprise you. They did great with that. Daniel got all of this pay dirt by himself, which is awesome. So, proud dad right here. All right, the time has come where we can wash out this. We just did 2 half buckets or 1 full bucket. It might not be enough to get gold per se, but you know, let's see what we get. I like the spot that we dug. I like how this was set up today, so you never know. So anyway, let me put this down. What I'm gonna do is basically fill the bucket with water. And then I'm gonna take the rug out and we're gonna see what we get. Well, I tell you, I don't see any visible signs of gold. There's like little sparkly things like right there. There's a lot of pyrite in this river. Here's a quick look at the mats. You know, it could have caught down here. I see a lot of black sand, which is good. So what I'm gonna do is unhook these and pull this up. Actually, I'm going to submerge it first so we don't lose anything.
As a videographer, I'm sure Francis Ford Coppola is like really proud of me right now.
So, I'm going to wash this.
And I yell at him one more time. Dad, move your thumb.
I need 2 hands, hold on. Basically, I'm going to pull this up, put the rug out, and we're going to have our material. All right, so washed off the screen, and I have the rug in here. So this is actually a site that's really cool to see. Look at all that gorgeous black sand at the bottom here. If you run I have a magnet, and if you run a magnet over that, it is going to be Hi, Gabby. It is going to pick up most of that black sand. But I also brought a blue bowl tonight that you know, will really do a good job of separating anything that's valuable. So, but this guy, he doesn't want to stop. I love it. So the second time through, we're trying something a little bit different. I'm just scooping it from the riverbed and running it through. And as you can see, most of the rocks just flow right through. And I guess the heavier ones go here. Look at what's fluttering around here. You got little shiny objects right in the riffles up here. See that? It like turns and gleams. It looks like mica, but it's obviously heavier than that. So I'm hopeful. So over here, if you look at the sparkles, that's what I'm most hopeful about. I'm always hopeful about sparkles. All right, that is what we're going to run through the blue bowl tonight. And we're going to cross our fingers.
After we finished gold mining, we went to Lake Placid. If anyone heard of this or haven't, welcome to Lake Placid, a beautiful place with a beautiful lake. Welcome.
This is Mirror Lake. Lake Placid is awesome. Alright, so I lugged up this piece of equipment called the Blue Bowl, which I'll show you in a second what it does. Problem is, it is not working right now. I connected the plugs, the pump is not working. So, carried it for no reason, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan it, and that'll give us an answer.
So the Blue Bowl is an amazing device. You could have micro gold and it will let you keep it. If you notice at the corners, this was a different time. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. But if you notice those little gold flakes starting to happen in the corner, I've found micro gold before, and I'm hoping to do the same thing this time, but it slowly washes it up and through the hole, and the heavier stuff stays behind. So it's a way of getting rid of that black sand without getting rid of the gold.
That. Hello everybody, and we are going to pan all of the material that Daniel, Gabby, and I worked on before. This is our concentrates.
Okay. Can you see
Okay.
And
So first thing we're going to do, stratify, which enables the heaviest of stuff to go down to the bottom, and then we're going to let the water pull the rest out.
So just to be humane, I'm going to speed this up a bit. Again, New York has flour gold, so I have to be really careful. I went really slow.
So look at all this gorgeous, gorgeous black sand here.
Yeah.
That we have.
Okay, put up. But how?
How did what? We let gravity do its work, my love.
But how?
Alright, I'm far enough down that if there is anything, you will see it very soon. Got some gorgeous, gorgeous black sand in here. And I see some mini garnets, which is nice. So, let's start the reveal. Now, you know, if you have even like semi-visible chips of gold, you see it this way. New York has flour gold, so you really got to look closely.
So once again, I'm speeding this up. I want you to notice that I'm doing this in a basin, and I'm keeping all of this black sand. I want to use my Blue Bowl, and you know, that's the more efficient way to do this. Also, if there's nothing, it's great for the garden.
Nope. If anything, right here. Tiny, tiny. But I don't think so. See, that doesn't move right there. Everything else is moving. Oh, look up in here, though.
But we don't give up easily.
Well, this is the spot where I found that boulder that has the possible gold in it and definite pyrite. And apparently, if I pick these, I double in size. Okay, I got my sluice set up nicely. I got a nice flow going through it. And I think what I'm going to do, since we are at a bend in the river, is we're going to go and start pulling some stuff right from here. I'm going to move the big rocks out of the way and get to the dirt right underneath and take advantage of the low, the relatively low water levels here. One thing I got to be careful of today is leeches, believe it or not. One climbed right on me and took a ride with me. about 2 years ago. So I don't want that happening again. That would suck, literally. So I'm gonna check my legs every now and then. Well, I take everything back. The flow is not what I expected. It's happening a little bit slow, so we got to adjust this. No, this isn't really working. It's going in. It seems to be moving pretty fast. It's an interesting... Oop, lost it. Okay, got to think this through, because those bigger gravel parts should be disappearing. All right, let's test it again. Some of these rocks should fly right through. Much better. Still not perfect, but much better. Okay, let's play with this some more. Okay, we moved it. Let's test it. Okay, it's working much better. I tell you what, look at this pan up here. Hold on, let me get it out of the shadow. So I had it up in the corners. Look at that. Now when I swish the water back and forth, these objects do not move. Could it be? The only thing is, when you look at it in the sun, those little flakes of whatever they are, not really golden color. What could it be? There we go. That's a good, it's as good as the GoPro gets. I almost don't want to send this through the sluice, but we're going to have to trust its weight. If it's the real thing, it's going to last. So I'm going to send this through the sluice. Look at this. I got rid of the rest of the material, but you still see these little flakes of whatever they are here. I know I should have a snuffer bottle. I know. But I don't. So I was using the gold pan to sample, and you better believe I'm taking gravel from the same spot, and I'm throwing it through the sluice in hopes that we got the real thing here. I'll take a flake of the real thing. That's all I want. So let's run this through. Still having slight flow problems, but if this is going well, the last thing you'll see is black sand and big stones building up. And yeah, look at that. Look at that black sand. And the other stuff will wash its way through. I've experimented in different spots. This is about the best flow that I can get on this river right now. More chunky river material coming through. I think I know how I could speed this up too. Maybe if I put a rock in here, make the flow more straight. Although that seemed to go through pretty well. I think I'm gonna put another rock. All right, so I just built a little dam that increases the flow of water through the sluice. Not bad for a Queens boy, huh? Look at the red crystals in this rock. And just shimmering around in there. Look at that. That is a good sign. That's what you look for. Still getting some small rocks, but that's okay. As long as we're trapping that black sand, I'm happy with it. The only thing that's missing in the equation for gold You know, we got big rocks. Look at those huge Ice Age boulders over there. Only thing that's missing is bedrock. And this is as close as I know of to bedrock. But realistically, I know that the gold falls down to the bedrock. So what I'm doing, I'm hoping that I get lucky with some placer gold. And, you know, I'm looking for pockets on the side of the river. I mean, looking at this now, I see an occasional sparkle. And look at all that black sand that is just dancing around there. Yeah, I moved twice as much material as yesterday so far. Gonna give it another the bucket full, and then we'll do a cleanup. So far I have focused my attention on the areas that there's been a flow in the river, but the river is down in general, and I wanted to scoop up some of the areas that have black sand that are on the side of the river in this inner cut of the river. All right, let's send a few more panfuls through, and let's call it a day after we do the cleanup. Look at that wash away. That's working perfectly now. Nothing but black sand left. And that will eventually be sent through. All right, I got my bucket filled and I'm ready for a clean out. All right, so let's move this gently. We don't want it to go down the river. That's good. But we want to uncover what is possibly there. There we go. Oh my goodness, and that looks a lot better than yesterday. Look at all the sparkles in the top section here. So this is potentially very good.